Howdy, howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we're going to look at My Tiny Landscape. This game is coming out in full release on January 26th. Now, I've been keeping an eye on this game since I played this last year on my channel, and when Radiant Sloth reached out to me and said, hey, would you mind covering this? Absolutely, because I enjoyed this game so much. It's a great puzzle game. If you enjoyed Preserve or Terra Nil, this is definitely a game that you will enjoy. Let's first look at a couple of things behind the scenes, and then we're going to go into some play. I'm going to give you some ideas for some strategies. So here we have keyboard shortcuts. It looks like you can rekey map and then reset back to all the defaults. Controller layout, so you'll be able to access with controller with Xbox and PlayStation. Language, English and French. Sound, this is a very nice music, by the way. Video full screen. You can also show your FPS. Accessibility, you do have, here is peaceful mode, so this unlocks the next biome pack lower and you're less likely to run out of packs and lose. And here is best scoring when building tiles give the best achievable score are highlighted. So some nice ways that you can have to help you train. Journal, I believe this is my earlier achievements. They do have this nice completion level, so everything that you've encountered, you're going to be able to see this here, which is going to be nice to give kind of a general template so you can kind of plan ahead and study, and you can like look at these different biomes and the different pieces that you can find. You can sort it by biomes or by items. And then you have different achievements that you have different Steam achievements. So for that, let's go ahead and hit play. All right. So with this, you can change if you want small islands, small, medium, or large. You can also do world size is small, medium, large, with going to full continental if you would like. And that's going to also play into like how much do you want the world to be? Let's go ahead and do a little bit of some continental, and then you can do this to kind of, if you wish to rotate around. Yeah, let's go with this one. So it's kind of island size large, so we've kind of got a little more of a cohesive one. I've got a variety of different land sizes, land heights, altitudes. I want to keep the world kind of tiny. So here is the seed for those of y'all that would like to play and see how well you can do against me. Here we have different ones that we can pick. So we have polar, which allows for frequent polar. Temperate's common, and tropical is never. Likewise, we can do tropical, where we have frequent tropical, common for temperate, and never for polar. We're going to go right in the middle so we can get a chance to see as many different biomes as we can. Let's go ahead and start the game. Before we do that, quick little thing about the UI is up here we have our number of points. And then over here is the number of tiles. So we have 208 tiles that we need to clean. And we'll do that by reclaiming. So as we go through, we can do regular WASD for moving around the map, and Q and E to rotate. Here we have pick manner. So this one allows you to, we'll look at this. It allows you to place things down that will help give you some extra points. I don't think I really understood this very well in the first game, so we'll see how that goes. We have different items or different biomes that we can pick, and each one of these will tell you what they are. These are listed as temperate, all three of them. For our beach, we have a sea stack only on ocean. It's a base of 5 points. We have a coarse sand, which is for the temperate climate. It has a base score of +1. For every ocean that's in range, it's going to be +4. And if it's on low altitude, it'll be +5. And then you have pebbles that you can place on coarse sand. And for every pebble that's in range, you get a additional +3. For the seashells, for every time you have 2 seashells, you can get 5 points. So we'll go into that a little bit more. And you can see also in the I can't point to it because I go to it, but it will show you like where the what the range is, the radius. We have the river where we have mud and flowing water as well as grass. Here we have reed that can only be placed on the mud, and you have a weeping willow that if it's within range of 1 water, it's +12, but you can't have any weeping willows in range. And then you have meadow where you have grass. You can place poplar, which then you have same thing. If you have another bush in range, it's a -5. And you have a dirt pile. So if you have 4 grass, that's a +5. We're going to start with beach. And it's going to load up all the tiles that we have here. So this one, the sea stack, pretty simple. And what I'm looking at now is I can see like where I can place these. And I really don't have that much ocean space. So we're going to kind of keep these out here in this deeper ocean area. And now we have the coarse sand that we can place in. Now I do want this to be relatively like right here. You can also see up here where it'll tell you plus how many points you can expect to get. So here I can get 26. So if you really kind of, if you're not sure what points you're going to get, run your mouse over here. You can see here +10, +14, 0. So you can't do that. There's 18, 10. So you can kind of gauge where you want to place these based off of where you're going to get the most points. So this one I get 22. This one I'm going to get 26. Over here I'm going to get 30 points. Another 22. Now I do want to make sure that I have some space where I'm going to be able to get these. So let's go ahead, and I believe this one is a size 2. So I think I might be able to go from there. And then the pebble is size 1. So the pebble is going to have to be relatively nearby each other. So we're just going to put these 3 right here. I'm going to plan on putting... I probably should have put that right there. That's okay. We're going to put some pebbles right there. This is going to give me some more opportunity for doing some pebbles. Here we're going to put 1, 2. And I'm actually going to hold on to this one. Not always the best, but a lot of this is just you're learning and you're figuring out where you want things to go. So here we have shore face, where this one needs to go on the ocean. Shallow waters is +10. Coarse sand +1. But here is the savanna, so we have dry grass. Can only be placed on dry grass, so that's this one. So let's go ahead and do this, the tropical. So this one cannot be near polar. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put this like right in here, I think. So here we need grass +5, any occupied tile. So yeah, so we'll place these around. And you'll notice several of these are kind of maybe similar. So there is, for instance, for the polar, there is the permafrost that allows you to have this +1 mechanic. And that one we're gonna go ahead and place. Okay, so we'll do this one. We'll place right here. Let's see if we can hold on to those. We have, these are more temperate. So let's try doing... So I'm gonna look and see if any of them have, like, especially if they have any qualifiers. So here is coarse sand. Here's backshore. Okay, so we could do this one. Because this one kind of wants to be up a ways with the dry sand. Because medium altitude will get me 6. So if I do that... Oh, I forgot. This is the one that's got the star. So you can do this. That's 8 points. Because I want to... Okay, so really quickly, if we do... Can I... There, you can see kind of where they are. So you really want to make sure that you're covering up as much as possible. So we could do any occupied tiles around, no occupied tiles around. Yeah, we could do... That's 8. That's 9. 8. That's... Okay, that's pretty good. Any occupied tiles around, and then we have coarse sand. That this goes best on the low side, so we're just gonna go ahead and fill that in. So here, no occupied tiles around, +8. So if I do that, that only gives me a +3 because I've got that minus. But here I could do, I got 2 of these. I could do that and this one. And then, so see, it's not giving me the penalty. So I can place this all the way around. Okay, let's go ahead and pick our next one. Yeah, I want to do, let's do the savanna again. Because I was trying to cover these in. And all occupied. So that is what I was trying to do. Okay, so then we have grass. We'll put here and here. There. And can we put, yeah, we'll put one right there, another there, and there. And there's the last one for that. 577. So we have almost 100 points more. So let's go back here. Choose new biome. Here is Savannah Woodland, which gets the, I can't ever pronounce that, but we get a +5 for each in range. But I've got a lot, I don't have a lot of space to add them. But I could start doing some tundra, Now this is going to be if I have any of them that are near tropical. So what I would want to do is I would want to do some of the tundra up here. So let's do some tundra. Permafrost, we're going to place... You can see that minus 15, so I'm going to want to avoid some of that area. All right, now here, mossy rocks +7, mossy rocks +5, and then cottontail grasses +3. So here we'll do, yeah, I want mossy rocks in next to each other, and then here we'll have like so. We'll do another mossy rock right there, and then this is for each in range is +3. All right, let's go to our next one. I kind of want to avoid doing some of the savanna, so let's go back and do... Let's do some beach so I can get this, some of the sand placed, as well as more pebbles. And we can get another... Alright, so that's 4 or 2. Yeah, so if we do 1, 2. Let's go ahead and fill those in. More of those. And then we have rocks, which we'll be able to do later. Okay, 924. So we do that. Rock Peak. Very high altitude. Yeah, let's do the Alpine Tundra. I've never done that one before. I'm feeling I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'm going to... There's a new high score. We're gonna go back. Actually, I like that one. We'll do some different seeds and come up with one that I like. I like this one. It's got some different options. Let's go ahead and hit next. So you see where we've got different tropical claims where you can do, or the different climates. You have polar, where you can have frequent, temperate will be common, and tropical will be never. Likewise, you do tropical, you'll have frequent, tropical, common, temperate, but you will never receive polar. We're going to do temperate. If you want a little bit of an easier game, you can also pick one of these, which will limit down to basically 2 types. We're going to do temperate so we can get all 3 of them. Let's go ahead and start game. We're going to come over here, pick a pack. So we need at least 0, which is what we have. You can see up here we have 0 points, and then up here we have 178 tiles that we need to cleanse. So we have new biome packs. We have a forest, which has, of course, you see that they're all temperate. We have a pine tree, grass, oak tree, and rocks. So this one is, you're going to place down the grass, and this is where you will place the trees down. But if you look, this one, the oak tree, you get points for every oak tree and pine tree in range. Whereas the pine tree, you only get extra points for pine trees in range. So you're going to want to place the pine trees down before you place the oak trees down. And the rocks are basically like where you just get points for putting them down in range. Meadow, you have, again, grass, but you have trees. So here you have a +5 for every bush that you have in range. But if you have bushes that are next to each other, you're going to lose points. And then there's also dirt piles that you can place on grass. And then for every 4 grass that you have in range, you will get an additional 5 points. For the beach, you have the sea stack that can only be placed in the ocean. Coarse sand, which is your basic ground. And then you have, and then this is what you place things on. You have the pebbles. So just like over here with the rocks, every time you have so many pebbles in range, you get +3. But this is for each pebble in range. So if you can get 2 or more, you can get a lot more points. Seashell, for every 2 seashells, you can get 5 points. I think we're going to start with the forest. Okay, so we start with 10 grass. So I would like to have, I think we're going to start here in the center. And we'll probably fill this up a little bit more. I do want the pine trees. And then we have the oak trees. So there's my forest. And then we have rocks. So we'll do 2, 2, and just like that. Let's go ahead. So we need 142 and we have 187. So we're going to pick our next one. Now we have an ancient forest. So same thing, pine tree, grass, oak tree, but we have a sequoia, which multiton +4. Multiton is any element or mineral present more than once. And a giant pine for each sequoia in range +7. So, and the shape is a wave. So there are different wave or different types of range shapes. And you can see that right there where it's showing to the side. But I feel like this one, what I would need is I would actually need one of these, and I don't have those. So I think this would be wasted. We do have a mushroom forest, which has all of these, but we've also got a boletus, no unoccupied tiles around, +13. And for each oak tree in range. So let's go ahead and let's do the mushroom forest. Okay, so for every oak tree in range, so if I do, which one was it that was oak tree? Yeah, so if we do, I've only got one of these. Oh, here, if we do, we do pine tree, we'll add an oak tree here, and we'll put the mushroom right there. Now this thing needs to have no tiles around. So the easiest way to do that might be to have that. We come down here, we grab that one. This one needs to be near oak and pine. So here we do there. Okay, this one needs to be... So you can see like where that gives me a +5, but if I do this, I get +15 right there. And let's see, I probably should place them down first. Let's do another one right here. All right, we have a sparse forest, which again has the oak tree grass, and then we have a young oak tree. So empty tile +3, young oak tree plus... Okay, so this one would be, if we have another young oak tree, it's going to be a -3. For every empty tile, it's going to be a +5. And then we have a stump, which is only on grass. So one stump is +5. 2 empty tiles, we get an additional 10. We also have tropical, which gives a organ pipe cactus, but if you place it next to it near another organ pipe cactus, it's going to be -10. Fine sand, you do not want next to polar. There's going to be a -10 points if you place it next to polar. +5 if you place it near fine sand. So I kind of want to hold on this one, because especially if I can get more points for placing it near fine sand, I'm going to want a beach, and I don't have a beach yet. And then the desert rose, only on fine sand and cracked rocks, but no, you're not going to want occupied tiles around. And then you have this, the cistanche will give you +4. Here's a humid forest. We have wet grass. Wet grass and grass +4. So it's going to treat grass and regular grass as the same. Here you have a +5. So that's just regular grass. A fern, range small chevron. And you have a pine tree and oak tree. I'm kind of leaning towards the humid forest. I'm also trying to pick ones that I haven't seen before. Okay, so I know that this is going to go on wet grass. So I'm kind of going to place that right there. And okay, I see what it's doing. All right, but I do need to have it be at least, no, is it? Yeah, it's only wet grass. So we'll do, I should have, that's okay. We'll live and learn. Okay, so we have pine trees and oak trees. That's only worth 9 points. We'll hold off on that. Choose a known biome to add to the world. Here's more humid, so we could do, I think we're gonna stick with this humid biome for a little bit. Okay, so I want that, and we'll be able to place this here. Pine tree, we'll do right here. Like that. And then we can place fern here. Place fern right there. And can we go to the next one? We can. I'm purposely leaving a little bit there. Gourmet forest. Pine tree, grass, oak tree. Then we have cranberry only on grass. And blueberries. Okay, and then we've got tiles. I'm leaning towards this. Yeah, so this one only on grass. It's a beam size 2. So I'm gonna want to place the cranberries first or blueberries. Let's do... Are there anything for height? No, just... Okay, let's do... No occupied tiles around. Put them there. This... can go there. Okay, then we're gonna do blueberry. Wait. Oh, -4 times... Okay. Do that. I think I misread that one. Okay, let's look at... Go ahead and just give that one, and we'll do... We'll hold off on that. I think... Let's do a regular forest. I was kind of hoping for a river. Rocks. Now I get the river. You know, let's do it. Go do the river. Okay, we need to do water. I really wanted to do it right here. Okay. It needs to be only on mud or grass. Okay, so if we do mud there, I need to have water. right there. Let's place that. We'll go ahead and get the marsh out of the way. This needs to be placed on mud, so we'll just do... Okay, grass. Okay, we have another... Another weeping willow. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's do a regular forest. Let's go ahead and grab some grass right there. We have a pine tree. And then rocks. Ooh, we have polar, which I don't have tropical. River torrent, maelstrom only on flowing water. Flowing water. River rock, mud, and weeping willow. Mud flat. Let's do the taiga. So we're going to put the taiga up here, which needs to be on high altitude. I wonder if, because that... Okay, so snowy pine. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do that, and we'll have one there. $17.76. I don't have enough. Minor progress. Okay, so that one literally gave me exactly what I needed for the next biome. Let's do a river. All right, so mud. Okay, so this needs to be either on grass or mud. And then we have grass. seed, and then we'll have a weeping willow here, here, and here. Frozen forest, tropical rainforest. So this would be really cool. Each in range, mahogany, terra petra, cocoa tree, tornilla tree. But this one, I think the frozen forest is really going to be dependent on getting higher altitudes. And I think I'm going to go with, oh, here's a thermal taiga. It's a hot spring. Snow, steam, only on hot spring, snowy pine, and a snowy poplar. I really don't have a lot of space there. I think we're going to go for tropical. We're going to place it over here on this pack, on this island. So we need 13. We have mahogany tree. Let's see if we do that. Place it here. See, we can do 1, 2. Let's see, where else? Yeah, let's do one right here. We're gonna put another in there. This one right there. Okay, now this one is mahogany tree is 5 times the distance. So we do like that. Unoccupied tile. Okay, no, it's all tiles occupied. Let's do that. All occupied tile. Yeah, I need this one covered, so we're gonna have to do this one. Let's do another forest. Let's have a pine tree. Pine tree. Oak tree. That's that, and we'll do some rocks right there, and we'll do some more pine trees. There, okay. 2365. I have a feeling we're gonna have to do the river source. I'd really like to get the rainforest one again. Water source only on mud. Yeah, let's do the river source. Yeah, I might do only on mud. So if we have mud here, water source right there. We do... Oh, Oh, it needs to be near water, but it can only... There we go. There's that, and I need... Yeah, that's what I figured. Is you're only gonna be able to get one. Where? What if we do water there? We do mud right here. Grass. Oak tree. That's a few points. Put one right there. We'll have a nice big oak tree right here. Hold on. I should have saved it for that one. Alright, can we go? I can. Let's go ahead and pick the next one. Let's do the river again. Now I've got 28 more tiles left. Do that. We'll place that one there. No, we need water. And we need to do... We're gonna have oak trees. This needs to be on mud. Place those. And then we'll have 3 more grass. I'm going to hope. There's the river delta. Ooh, we could do tropical. Coconut tree, bright sand, rock. Yeah, let's do that. We could put that like right in here. It's not quite what I was planning on doing, but low altitude. So here we're gonna have, yeah, so if we do this, I have a feeling that that is now that completed, but I can still continue to place as many tiles as I can. So this is going to be ocean is 2 distance, 25, 31. So yeah, we're definitely gonna place it there and there. It's only 19. I think 19. Oh, there's 27. Another 27. I think 19 is gonna be what I'm gonna get for the rest of them. Oh, we got one more. 21. We're good with that. Bright sand. I don't believe I have any more tiles, but we have rocks. there's that. Can we? I can put that there. $29.38. I can do one more. Now this would only be what I could actually place, what I could realistically place. Now do the reeds can either go on grass or wet grass. That's good to note. Or I could do pine trees. I think what's going to be better, because I'm trying to go more on this, I think it's going to be... I think we're going to go river source. Base scoring -30, if 3 by flowing water, if high altitude. Okay, I don't think I can place that. What I was mostly wanting to do was I could place... possibly... That gives me a +8. There's another +13. I was just trying to get at least a few more pieces. So if we do that and... Yep, we're only going to be able to do a couple more. I believe that is going to be it. I have all the tiles done. As soon as you hit all the tiles, you'll notice that I did get this little icon right here. So we can finish and win. Yeah, we're going to end this world. And we got 6,334. So we can go to leaderboard. We can see how well or not well you did. I did have a couple of them that I did leave a little early. So you do have to finish them to get the title. So I would like to thank Radiant Sloth for providing me with a key. A few more things about this game is that Radiant Sloth is a solo indie game developer from France. He has a passion for creating inspiring and entertaining art and is committed to ethical and sustainable game development. In particular, he strives to maintain honest and transparent communications with the community, advocates awareness of carbon footprint and climate issues, and bans generative AI tools from his creative process. Very cool game. I like this. Definitely worth a pickup. It is, I believe, going to be on sale for $4.99 USD with a 20% launch discount until February 7th. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.